Nothing makes me happier than a good old-fashioned action movie. And I grew up, luckily for me, in the last golden age of it with the Schwarzeneggers, the Stallone, Van Damme, Seagal, Dolph Lundgren, Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, you name it, they were it. It was basically, a very fit person, muscular guy up against an unbeatable foe, had to shoot his way out, grab the girl, save the day, defuse the bomb, and save the world. Luckily for us, action films have evolved through technology, CGI, and choreography. So movies like The Matrix and John Wick have changed the landscape, and for good. They make them a lot more entertaining. But every once in a while, somebody comes up with a throwback to these old school action movies. And that's the feeling I got with War Machine with Alan Ritchson. And I watched it this weekend. So basically, um, Richardson plays a U.S. Army Ranger on their last mission, well, last test to become a Ranger, and they come across this unbeatable war machine that's from another planet. So it reminded me of Predator. It reminded me a little bit of Aliens. It reminded me a little bit of Transformers, Cyborg from Van Damme. It has this old school feel of Killing Machine versus the humans. There's a lot of these B movies on, I think, Netflix that are very similar to this. So when I saw this, I went, "Oh God, this could be really, really, really bad." But I'm gonna say I was entertained. I'll give you the good points. It's brutal. The killing is brutal. I loved it, and there's no, like the War Machine is thinks it's doing a good. It's bad, and it's just bad. And it's a killing machine, and I like that. I didn't give it like some sort of, oh, it's defective when it crashed and hit the earth. There's a switch. No, it's bad, and I like that. I appreciate that. It's bad, and brutal, and I loved it. That was old school rated R action movie like a John Wick or something, and that I appreciated. There's Dennis Quaid in here, Alan Ritchson, Jake Courtney. What else can I say? Great action flick. So if you're looking for that old school feel, it has it. What I didn't like about this, so basically, Alan Ritchson and Jake Courtney, who plays his brother, always wanted to become Rangers. And I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen this movie. So there's a reason why the Jake Courtney character does not go with Alan Ritchson into the Rangers. So basically, Richard just goes in for the promise that he made to his brother. And all he wants to do, like he says, I want to get to the finish line and become a Ranger. He doesn't want to be the leader, doesn't want to make friends with anybody. And I get that. He's hurt from what happened to his brother, and he's just fulfilling a promise that they made to each other. And that's great. But that sequence where him and Jay Courtney meet the first time, and you can see they're brothers, they love each other, and that's great. But there's not enough of them talking about the Rangers. I would like to have a little bit, add 3 minutes where, like maybe they're in separate locations. They're writing each other saying, "Hey man, remember, we want to become Rangers. We're doing this, but there's a goal. There's something we want to do. This is what we promised each other. This was the dream." Something to really, so when Richardson goes in, you're rooting for him to become a Ranger. But you know he's going to be a Ranger because it's War Machine. You see he's the star. He's going to, but, and they're going through hell to become a Ranger. You kind of want to have that kind of like that Rocky moment where you go, "Come on, man, do this for your brother. Do this. Come on, dig deep." And you don't get that. You see, there's showing sequences with his brother. It's the same sequence over, or what happens to his brother, so that motivates him. But I would have preferred they had a few more. Like I said, add 3 minutes onto this thing where they can like either write to each other, send text to each other, they meet on some other locations and say, don't forget what we came here for. Something to show this bond and this promise and this dream that they had, because it kind of shortchanges the whole Richardson motivation to go in the first place. I mean, you know why he's going in, but there could have been like, "Come on, man, you can do this for your brother." Which was always, you had a sequence in, like the Rocky movies where, he's doing his Apollo's got killed, man. Now he's got his personal. and you saw it, and there was a build up, and this is like, okay, it's done. Now he's going in. Oh, okay. What else I like? I think there's a James Buford, excuse me, plays number 23 as the cadets. He kind of, I think it's an homage to Predator here, to the Hawkins character with the glasses, and he's kind of the, not the warrior type. If this is a true homage to Predator with that, that was really cool, and I enjoyed it. If that was just like that, then whatever. But I thought it was an homage to Predator. Um, Dennis Quaid is solid in here. He's always solid. I mean, overall, I'm going to say if you're looking for old school action, yeah. Could have this been much worse with a giant killing robot? Yeah, it could have been much worse. But I was entertained. Like I said, the killing is brutal. What else? Oh, everybody's numbered. So Richardson is 81. There's a guy named 7. There's a guy named 15. There's a guy named 23. I think I would have liked to have at one point when it's like the last 5 or 6 of them huddled together and just say, hey, man, I'm more than just a number. My name is, Alan. My name is Jay. My name is Dennis. I came from this small, I did this to get out of, a small town. Something. So when these guys get knocked off, I go, ooh, damn it. I wish he would have he did this for his mom or something. But they're kind of like, okay, he's 15. 15's gone. So I just come in, another one bites the dust. So there could have been a little bit more potential. It's still not bad. For this kind of movie, this looked like a really bad B movie. When I saw the commercial, I said I was really worried that this is really going to be awful, but it's not bad. It's entertaining. But there could have been a little bit more. And I'm not expecting major character development. But I would have thought if you give me a name, give me the reason why they're there. So when they do get knocked off, you go, oh, as opposed to, okay, he's gone. Brutal, he's gone. So there could have been more. It ends up. What else I liked about this? They don't show you if there's an alien inside the war machine. You're assuming it's being piloted. It kind of had this assumption, but that's the way I felt about it. Maybe it is just automated, but I felt there was some sort of alien inside. So they don't show you it. They kind of leave it open-ended because there's other machines out there. So there's, if this does well, there will be sequels. So there'll be the War Machines, I'm assuming, or War Machine 2. Ritchson does well with what he's given, but like I said, he got shortchanged with that brother aspect of why he's doing all this. It's really shortchanged. So when he's trying to deliver like a motivational speech at the end, it's just him talking because there was never that build up or that thing to make you root for them to begin with. You have to be able to root for them. And if they don't give you anything to root for, it's just a speech. And he does his best. He's trying. You can see he's delivering the lines and he believes what he's saying. And I'm not taking anything away from his acting ability. It's just they didn't give him or they didn't add into the movie enough for you to be motivated by the speech or by that turnaround from him when he's like, he's now going to do this, But that's me. Overall, I'm going to say as an action flick, strictly an old school throwback action flick, it does the job. It kicks ass and takes names later. And that's sometimes all you need. If you want a good time, I think this is it. Are you going to get a masterpiece? No. This is never going to give you the meaning of life. But if you got an hour and a half or an hour 40 minutes on your hands on the weekend, or it's a snowy day, a rainy day, and you want to see some kick-ass action, I don't think War Machine is that bad. Seen worse. But you let me know what you think. Did you like it, not like it? Share your thoughts with us and hit that like button, subscribe. This is Stephen from the Aroundtable with my thoughts on War Machine with Alan Ritchson and Dennis Quaid. And I'll be seeing you in the future.